Hey, what's going on there, everybody? Cloud Truth here, and welcome back to some more Battlefield 4, and as you can see from the screen, going to be showing you all some Second Assault gameplay that just released for PC and PlayStation very recently in the last couple of days. Now, we know the weapons that are going to be, or rather, that came with Second Assaults, and of course the map names were revealed a long time back, and although they perhaps come to surprise at some people, myself included, they definitely are very similar to how they were in Battlefield 3, obviously, as they are maps that have been remastered on the Frostbite 3 engine. But in terms of how they play out, they're similar but a little bit different, but I'm not going to get into that too much with this video because it's mainly about one thing, and that's the M60. The M60E4, of course, is back with Second Assault. Xbox One has had it for quite some time, and real quick, I just want to say you're going to be seeing me use the QSC right here. Just for a little bit, I think I had one more kill left to get a battle pack, so that's why I'm running around with it instead of my primary M60, just so I can get the kill to get the battle pack, and then switch back and use the primary weapon for the rest of the round. But the M60 we knew came with Second Assault, and as, like I said, Xbox One has had this for a while. But when using the M60 here in Battlefield 4, we got the chance to use it prior on unranked servers when you ever just select it in the multiplayer server browser, but not really a chance to use it in terms of in-game, get the unlocks, keep it, and continue your progress towards actually getting a lot of kills with this weapon. And so, after unlocking the M60, which the assignments will I'll probably throw them up on screen here in just a little bit. That way you all can see them. If not, there'll be a link down below in the description, or I'll probably just put it to type it out right down in the description, you all can read it. But the M60 is a interesting weapon here in Battlefield 4, and after unlocking it and using with no attachments and slowly starting to build my way up in terms of, putting different pieces and parts on this gun to, I guess you'd say, complete it in a way, it's changed up slightly. But ultimately though, the M60 is a weapon that I feel like is going to be really effective and flat out terrible. Now, it sounds just completely contradictory to say that, but allow me to explain myself. The biggest thing, which most of you all obviously know this, and it's just clear as day, is the fire rate. It's just abysmal. 570, get out of here. That's just horrible. You don't want that. But at the same time, that 570 means that even though the recoil stats are semi-high, you're not going to feel it very much. This weapon is incredibly effective at long range. Anything else beyond that long range to kind of, I guess you could say, longer medium range, it works very well. Anything closer than that, I find myself just losing gunfights a lot. Now, am I losing because the weapon or because of Battlefield 4? Well, that's sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other. But when using the M60 compared to something like the PKP or the M240B, it's a trade-off. Those weapons I find to work a little bit better in medium to close quarters. Now you can take those out to range, but the higher fire rate allows you to win more gunfights in that medium to close range than the M60 does. Now it's kind of obvious and just duh, but I think that really fits me and my playstyle better. I generally like to run more, sometimes a little too much, and so that gets me in trouble when I use the M60. There's a couple of times, which will be a clip coming up just a little bit later on this video, I'll point out when we get to it, just where the M60 struggles in terms of showing you all it's not very good in close quarters. But in order to, I guess you could say, kind of make up for that, the damage model on this gun is very, very high. It's running a 34 max damage, which is very nice. It's going to be a 3-bullet kill all the way down to 25 out at long range. So you're going to be getting those really easy kills in terms of the number of shots you need to land. But of course, with Battlefield 4, sometimes you'll shoot and you'll hit a guy and then he'll just look at you like, what, did you do something to me? And the game decided not to register that bullet. So sometimes you're going to have to be using 20, 30 rounds to kill a guy at longer ranges just because the game is not helping you out. And when playing Operation Metro Deathmatch, yeah, wonderful. Already experienced that. This is my first match on this map, and that's happening. The guy was just going to sit there the whole time. So how do you get rid of those people? You flank around, pull out the Shorty 12 gauge, which is a just really good sidearm. Some people like to say it's overpowered. Try taking it out beyond 20 meters and telling me how well it does. Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me it's overpowered. But these type of situations is when it's really nice to have the shorty, ba-boom, sit down, stay on the ground and say you get up. That's when it just felt good to run behind those guys and take them out with the shorty because they were just planting their fat butts on that staircase the whole match. Getting back to the M60 though, it's a weapon, like I mentioned before, really effective when it comes to using this thing at ranges. But when using it in terms of how to fire and control the weapon, it's a very rapid burst. You want to have that 1, 2, 3 shot max burst. Do not hold down the trigger with the M60. Its recoil is so low that a rapid tap fire, even though generally with weapons, the first shot recoil, every time you let off when you're firing, it kicks back on the next time you, in a sense, press the fire button again. The M60 it hardly kicks. You don't feel much of a kick with this weapon at all. And so to get the max accuracy out of this gun, you really want to be rapidly tap firing with this weapon at longer ranges, and it will get kills very fast. Look how quick that was. That was very rapid tap fire, and it really works well when you do that. But like any other LMG or weapon in general in Battlefield 4, you need to stand still. And now I'm shooting these guys, I'm slowly just a little bit moving. Not very much, but just enough to throw off my accuracy right there, which is why it took so many bullets to kill the one guy, and I wasn't able to get the second. And I know I've only got 5 rounds right here, but it was kind of a situation where do I spend that 7 seconds to reload, which is ridiculously long, or try to take him out, and I should have played the smarter thing and done this, starting off with run behind cover, reload, and then tried to reanalyze my situation and approach it in a more effective manner. Now, so see these guys coming up right here, take them down. Once again, moving, you don't want to do that with the M60. Somehow managed to take that guy down. As you can see, once I stopped moving, it allowed me to be much more effective, and this was a very close engagement. Normally, I'm not going to win this. I feel like that was a battlefield death for him and a kill for me, because he was behind cover and I was hitting whatever cover was basically in front of that little, I don't know, like market stand stall thing, whatever that was. And so it blocked some of the bullets for him, but somehow I was able to take him down. Now here's one of the situations that I want to get to in terms of showing where the M60 struggles, and that is really close quarters. And I do apologize, the wind is being incredibly loud up next to my window, so if this is really too loud, I'll have to do this over, but hopefully it's not too much of a problem. Now, here I am in close quarters running with the M60, and you can see I was able to take that guy down pretty quick. That's just due to the damage. 34 max damage. Very, very high damage. But when using LMGs, especially the big boys, you got to be careful when you're doing things. For instance, you know, I had C4 down, I was thinking somebody was going to come up and basically stand on it to be able to detonate and get a kill. And so whenever I didn't think my process out very clearly right there. If I would have, I wouldn't have done that, because when using the big LMGs, when switching to gadgets, sidearms, everything like that, it takes longer to pull your weapon back up, and especially with an M60, you're gonna die so fast, because that fire rate is just slow. The amount of bullets that you can put out is just not as much, or not as many, as some other weapons in the game. Now, the wind is going at it again, so I do apologize if this is very loud for you all. But in conclusion, the M60 is a great weapon for things like this. Very long range, tap fire, tap fire, tap fire. I have a bad tendency sometimes to overburst, and it's really a bad habit. I'm trying to really learn to just easy tap fire. Like right here, I did a little bit better job. Unfortunately, though, wasn't able to pick up the kill just due to the fact that while it is great at long range, it's not a sniper rifle. Like, it's not going to have that every bullet is going to hit its target no matter what. And especially if you're running with an attachment like a compensator or a muzzle brake, which are both pretty good. I'd probably recommend the compensator a little bit more to go along with that, the stubby grip or potato, just to give yourself an increased accuracy. And I really feel like the 2X in terms of attachments, since I'm on that, is a great option on the M60 to just really be more effective at range, give you more magnification, better accuracy when it comes to hitting your targets. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you all enjoyed just a really good overall solid weapon, kind of just my first thoughts on it. I'll probably do a full breakdown in a support showcase video once I reach 500 kills with this weapon. Be sure to stick to ranges when using the M60. Try out a zoom scope or just a regular old sight and try to put the 2X on there. Put yourself something like a stubby grip, a compensator, and really just anything else that you want. Just try out different attachments. I'm still working on it myself, and I'll let you know. Come back to you all probably in a support showcase video once I get that 500 kills with this weapon. Anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave your thoughts about it below. Take care. You all have a great day.